Why are you guys so obsessed with Hoodlums? Like, honestly, I feel scared, elated, anxious. Just gotta sleep it off. Hello, everybody.
Sorry I made you wait.
My turn.
I just started.
I know, which is why I should be talking to them.
Hmm.
They get you all the time.
We're doing a cutscene right now.
Let me show you something, Billy.
Put up a vote.
My father
Let's not put up a vote.
Yes, put up a vote to see who wins.
You're glowing up today.
Yes! Look! I need light!
That was for you.
You're better looking than I am.
Sophia, he in there? Sophia,
Oh,
out of my
honey.
way.
No, I'm not. Remember, I'm a 5
Don't bullshit me. I saw him with her.
on a scale of 10.
He's young. He likes her like a little friend.
6, 7, 2. Why you already getting in trouble?
You should have shut down the business when my father told you to. You're behind in everything. 3
I'm
months
sad at our
behind
lack
in
of
building.
members here
All the
today.
money my father invested. You have
What's the story in Animal Crossing? I
I,
haven't played.
dude, I'm not a racist or an abuser in any way, shape, or form. We don't know how much the crash cost in damages.
Or do not. You know what it's costing me in mental health, though? Because I'm stuck here until I get a vehicle. I'm used to being able to go.
I told her she
and
could
do
take my
things.
truck, but she does not want to take the truck.
I'm not driving his truck. Y'all see how... First of all, it's the only vehicle that we have now that is in proper driving condition. So if I wreck it,
Yes, Bessie.
he can't come to me.
But you didn't wreck yours. Somebody else hit you.
If it gets involved in an accident. Second of all, do y'all know how this man obsesses about his vehicles? I do not want to be responsible for that breakdown if something happens to that car. No, thank you. I wanted to go to church today, but you know.
Take the truck.
I'm not driving your truck.
Oh my lord. Dude, we need the focus right now. Shit.
Try not
We
to
do
get
need the
killed if you
focus.
don't mind.
If I had to focus, I'd be going to church. What's my favorite breakfast? Pancakes.
Is pancakes your favorite breakfast?
Oh, man.
Insurance company gonna hate us.
Find a way to...
Because I was telling her there's a chance that her car might be totaled for lack of parts. Because of all the shortages right now, they might total her car out just because they can't feasibly fix it.
My husband is worst case scenario world. It's going to be fixed. Everything's going to be fine. I can say that about Roe versus Wade. I can't give a full opinion because I don't know exactly what was overturned. Like, I'm kind of ignorant to it.
Constitutional right to abortion means that it's not outlawed on a federal level. It's done based on the state now.
Like I said, I'm kind of ignorant to it. I haven't really looked at it all my life. I just kind of have known Roe versus Wade a lot. Like, I've always been told Roe versus Wade allows abortion. That's what and obviously my religious beliefs would say that abortion shouldn't be an option. However, it's not fair for me to put all my religious beliefs on everyone else.
Somebody making fun of my lack of streaming schedule. Why did I get rid of my guns? A mixture of different things. Like, one, I was constantly getting swatted for a while. And, I decided it was best for my safety and the safety of my family not to have guns in the house with police coming in my house with assault rifles. 2 trolls were taking 10-year-old clips trying to insinuate that I was going to do some type of like questionable thing, and I thought it was best for everybody that I just get rid of all my guns. So like there was no doubt in mind that, you know, this is not happening. But it all boils down to the trolls. Why am I one person that shouldn't be allowed to have guns? I've never been to jail. I've never been criminally cited for anything. I've never, I'm a law-abiding citizen. I've never made serious threats.
You don't think I can protect myself?
Making a threat means there's a target. I've never done that.
You lost your stream.
The shit you're referring to was said before Skyrim came out for the first time. And it was said as funny. Like, Sam Hyde recently said he'd stick a shotgun up a woman's uterus and shoot a fetus. Should he not be allowed to have guns? Some things are said to the extreme in a artistic flavor.
Tyler, please explain why you think I made him get rid of guns.
Just ignore him. They're trying to say I wasn't joking. I think that the fact that 11 years have passed and nothing happened means I was joking.
I was laughing at the fact that they said, you think Kelly can make him get rid of guns? She can't even make him go to a reunion. I thought that was a pretty good comeback there.
It's like people that want me to apologize when I apologized in the New York Times article.
I wish they would have printed the whole apology.
How do you try to F somebody on a live stream? You're being super fucking judgmental. Like, Shay, that whole situation is blown way out of fucking proportion. Again, let me point out that all these accusations, nobody's ever proved a shred of evidence because there is none. There's zero evidence. But people want to bring this up because they want a reaction. They want me to be labeled with this shit. There's so much evidence against me. Yeah. There's me playing along with a bunch of people in a rainbow lobby. And not really saying too much anyway. It's just me just having fun trying to be entertaining. People just try to harass me all the time. But it's like, leave me alone, dude. If you don't like me, just don't come to the stream.
$5 for decorating.
Excuse me. My opinion on Roe versus Wade. I feel like a female should have the choice to do what she wants to do with her body. You can't call yourself the land of the free if you don't have freedom of choice.
I have freedom of choice in the first place not to do those. I mean, I know you're going to throw up when I say this, you're going to throw up, what about rape? What about this? But for the most part, you have freedom of choice to decide to be sexually active or not.
Right, but what about if somebody stealths you?
See, I knew you were going to do that.
Well, I'm just saying.
And that's why you can't
what if the baby is going to kill you?
You can't say it's just a black and white freedom of choice thing. There are a lot of gray areas.
What if you're not financially stable? We'll take care of a baby.
Okay, but you should have knew that before you decided just to have sex willy-nilly.
So a baby should be born into a bad situation?
There's adoption.
Which is like 500,000 strong right now. Which is only going to get worse.
The problem with our society is we feel like sex shouldn't have consequences.
Here's my thing with like sex.
Why don't we start adopting? Because no adoption agency in this world would let us adopt because they would Google my husband and my lord.
Automated security system.
I wouldn't pass a background check with all the stuff the trolls put out there.
I always trigger Jordy with my views that are opposite of his.
No, it is, but it's like it's somebody's choice.
Okay, I said there's a lot of gray areas. I don't care about. I do care. I do care, and that's why, like I said, there's gray areas.
There's a lot of gray area, and I agree it's not a black and white situation. But like, my biggest problem with it is there's so many things that could happen where somebody might not want a baby. They physically can't take care of it. They're not in a situation that's going to impede their life.
Okay, but some of those things are things that you know before you decide you're going to have sex.
Yeah, and like, again, why?
I don't understand why people.
But the answer to
it's not all clear black and white. There isn't just an answer.
The answer to it is to put more people on a strained system, because most people that get these abortions are people that know they can't either they can't either support the baby or don't want the baby because it's going to mess their life.
And
It's going to take people. It's going to take people out of college. It's going to break up marriages. It's going to put children in poverty. It's going to put more children in like a foster care and things of that nature. It's going to have long-lasting effects. It's going to have.
You know this before you have sex. Why is it
People,
not one of those things where
let me ask you this.
Comes to the point? Okay.
Let me ask you this. I'm sorry.
Okay.
How do you stop people from having sex?
It's a personal responsibility thing.
All right. Well, say.
Can I force you not to have sex? No. Do I want to do that? No.
We currently force people to fix the brakes on their car.
Are you going to let me explain what I'm saying before you interrupt?
Sure. Go for it.
Thank you. Okay. So, do we force people to... We can't force people to not have sex. I get that. But we can't force people to not speed. Speeding's against the law. So, are you saying that we should let people that speed off because we don't know their situation? Are you saying that people that fire a gun shouldn't live with consequences of firing said gun?
This is straw man you're building.
This is not strawman. This is straight up.
This is strawman because
Your
like it's not
argument,
it's not the same thing.
Your argument is that we can't stop people from having sex, therefore they shouldn't be responsible for the choices that they make that lead them to said situation.
No, my argument is people are going to have sex. We have to get past that part, right? It's going to happen. What do we do about it after the fact?
I am with homeboy that just donated our girl that 90% of abortions are for frivolous reasons. They're for reasons for people that it's their easy way out because they did something and they made a poor choice and it's their way of fixing their poor choice.
Right. But also you got to look at the long-term ramifications. Take the whole idea life is sacred out of it. Take that completely out of it.
You can't.
You can.
That's building a straw man.
That's not building a straw man because life is sacred is a religious belief. Like, for life being sacred, that means every bug that you kill on the way to your work, from like mosquitoes and grasshoppers and things like that, all those are sacred lives. Because at the end of the day, life is organized chaos. It's not sacred. It's not something... We're just a chemical reaction that happened to work in the environment that we're put into.
That's your thoughts. That is not something that's 100% provable. That's your thoughts.
That is 100% provable. That is 100% provable. That's the whole concept of it.
Divorce incoming going to be today. Let me tell you. Okay?
And I personally am not for abortion, but I'm not the same person to say like I'm not going to take somebody else's situation out of it. The whole idea is that life is sacred and that you're actually taking a life, blah, 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 blah. But the same people who are making this argument are also saying that, oh, this person's mentally ill, he should, blah, 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 blah. Let's keep guns in their hands.
Okay, so then is it my turn to tell you that's two different things?
There's not two different things.
Why is your things the same, but my things are different?
What I'm saying is the same people that want to bring all these lives in here that people are not ready for or can't take care of or whatever it might be also don't want to help take care of these lives once they're born, right? Like if you want to have all these extra babies running around and all these marriages broke up, people losing their jobs, whatever it might be, not going to school, living in poverty, you have to help pay for that as well.
Okay, but because in the same sense...
What happens when somebody's in poverty?
Okay, so you're saying because they're making decisions that abortion shouldn't be legal, then they should be paying for everything for the child. Well,
I'm saying if you want more children, you have to create a system that can support that.
Sex is a personal choice, and when you say it's like buying a car or buying groceries. Okay, you sit down and look at your finances. You make a decision and go through the scenarios of everything that can go wrong before you purchase said car, before you any of that, right?
Here's the thing. No,
I'm
no, you're not. No. But you're taking the natural order of how people feel out of it. People naturally want to have sex because
people naturally want to have cars.
Not the same level of sex, because our bodies are designed to reproduce, right? Your body has these chemical reactions that constantly force you wanting to be in partnership or to have sex and things like that. You can make, and then there's like alcohol and shit like that.
Charles is right.
Guns are protected by the Constitution. Abortion is not.
Okay, here's the thing with the whole gun thing. Guns have an actual reason. Do I think that we should have automatic weapons and arsenals? No. Do I think everyone should be able to have a gun for protection? Sure.
Because I'm really, really sweet, and I'm a lot better than all the dudes that did believe in God.
Kelly, just take the L. Honestly, there's a lot of times where I just decide, I'm like, screw it, we're just going to agree to disagree. I need to say this, all right? I did not have sex for a very long time, so I know it's possible for you not to have sex. So I knew before performing an action what the consequences were and what I'd be facing. Now, am I saying a 12-year-old kid's the same way? No.
Why would 12-year-olds be having sex?
Did you not say there were 12-year-olds in your school having sex?
Come on, don't bring that up.
I mean, you can't fuss against my argument when you've done it yourself. So, anyway. There was people in my middle school. So, I mean...
Just drop this. I don't know. I don't think you realize how bad you just messed up.
Obviously, I don't.
There's no divorce incoming.
Thank you, Biohazard. I obviously didn't mean anything from it. I just...
Yeah, but you know how trolls use that shit against me all the time. I treat Kelly like a human.
Favorite female from history?
Harriet Tubman.
Would you let me answer, please?
You can answer too.
Thank you. Jordy, did you have a high school crush?
Not really. I didn't get my first crush until like I worked at Domino's. To be fair, I didn't go to high school enough. Like, to me, high school was miserable.
Hey.
Did I lose my V card? Like age 19-ish? I don't want to give people's details away. Basically, it was a girl at Domino's I worked with. It was my first crush.
Look, we have a strategy. Caroline had a plan.
How old was she? In her 20s? I don't know. I don't really know her age. Did the crash scare her? She was more upset that what she thought that she got in a wreck again. Like she was, I don't know, for some reason she was worried I was going to be mad at her. Which I never really get mad at her. The only time I really get mad is usually when I'm losing in Rainbow.
Play, Apex with,
I think I deleted Apex, honestly. Why do you guys always think me and Kelly are going to get a divorce? Because, like, this whole abortion thing will be completely forgotten about by the time we get off stream.
It is no secret that he and I disagree on a lot of things.
Not a lot of
We agree
things.
to disagree.
Like,
You see, y'all, we can't even agree how much we disagree.
what do we disagree on other than, like, the religious stuff?
But that's a lot of stuff. I mean, that makes up a big part of who I am. I'm one of those weird people who believe that you can still love people even if you disagree with them.
Because at the end of the day, you have more in common with people than you have different.
I stand up to Jordy. I mean, there are times when I just feel like it's easier not to say anything just because it is. Want to gain weight? Protein and workout.
That's bad advice. If you want to gain straight weight, milkshakes, don't do anything, sleep
That's
a
not
lot.
healthy weight, though.
He said gain weight.
Yeah, but why would you give someone advice that would give them a heart attack or diabetes or something that would kill them?
Because he's being facetious to begin with. He's saying that to make fun of you.
And I understand that.
Like water.
That's why I gave him the right answer.
Mm-hmm.
Because I fell right into what he wanted. Because I don't freaking care.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not that big of a deal. Because some dude behind some keyboard in his mama's basement does not affect my life.
It might be Battlefield 5. Looks like this stream's getting deleted.